Hello friends, this is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice oriented lectures, completely practical with this beautiful, very useful SQL DBA course with Azure. Come on, let's get started slowly step by step, understanding details about our lengthy course, lengthy curriculum chapter wise. Come on, let's get started now. Before we step into our course curriculum, let's understand what exactly we do in real world as a DBA. General activity, generic activities like routine DBA activities, emergency DBA activities, maintenance activities, etc. There are different categories. Let's understand a overview of what is a database, what is a DBA, and what we do in our actual job work. Our course is into one box, one, as you see on the screen, and from one it journeys to 10, 11, if we require then 12. Mostly 1, 10, 11 should be fine in general for starter as well as experienced profiles in general. Really require to gear towards more experience, then yes, you can do 12 Azure managed instance. Let's understand each of these components carefully step by step. Then we shall come to our actual concepts, like what is included in this course. Right from the basics to clusters and always on. Well, let's understand it carefully here, step by step. So I assume we are all very new to database and we'll start from the scratch carefully. Let's understand what is a database first. A platform to store any type of data, any amount of data, no restrictions. A platform to store any type of data, any amount of data. And we have different types of databases. OLTP, live online transaction processing databases, to store live data, real-time data like live cricket match, live stock market operations. Database, the developers will take care of the design. We as a DBA, we are the database doctors, okay? We are the database doctors. So we are responsible for, we are the database doctors. So we are responsible for the purpose of managing and maintaining the entire database, checking the health of the database. Yes, we have specific chapters on understanding how to check health of the database, health checks, monitors, repairs, troubleshooting, common errors and solutions. These are our main key takeaways from the course. Just assume we are the database doctor, means we are a DBA. We have first aid kits. Yes, really. We have health check activities, routine health checks, maintenance, repairs, troubleshooting, just like maintaining a car. Car maintenance, routine scheduled maintenance activities as well as emergency activities. Both are a part of it. Different kinds of cars, different types of databases here. OLTP, live real-time transactional data. OLAP, online analytical processing database to store big data, analysis and forecasts. We have data warehouse for old historical data. And we have HTAP, hybrid transactional analytical database, all in one. Observe carefully here. So we have live, analysis and forecast, historical, and everything together hybrid. As a DBA, we would be responsible in managing and maintenance of these databases. How we do it? Yes, we need a software called DBMS, a software to store databases of any size, any type, and unlimited users. With this information, either in your company data center or in cloud, either company's data center or in cloud, there is no concept of direct database management. We require some sort of environment to perform this database management activities. Yes, in our course, we'll be working on a cloud extensively, a remote storage, accessible using browser, something like this on my screen. Like we have SQL Server in Azure Cloud. We can create databases or other activities one by one with ease, straightforward. Or same databases, like for example SQL School prod.database.windows.net. This is my server name. We can access from our regular on-premise also. Regular on-premise activity. We are going to set up these tools and configure the servers step by step in our classes. Next, back to our notes. Cloud, a remote storage, accessible using browser, any browser like Chrome, or even using tools that we are going to install next. And common cloud providers for SQL Server, Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud. We mostly prefer to go for Azure because it is comparatively cheaper, easy to use. And what does your SQL Server contains now? Databases. Database contains tables. So why SQL Server? It is cheaper, $14,500 US per processor licensing cost. Highly scalable, easy usage, and easy management activities. Free support, free updates, and BI tools with big data support. Here, support means technical support from Microsoft. Updates mean service pack, patch activities. And BI tools, business intelligence tool, mainly for the purpose of designing and reporting OLAP, data warehouse, and hybrid transactional analytical processing, HTAP databases. Yes, here it is. The purple color boxes are for the BI tool. BI engineers will design. Green color box, SQL developers will design. And everything we need to manage as a DBA. Different versions of SQL Server in our course, in our training program. SQL Server 2019, 17, 16, so on. We mostly focus on the first three, latest three. Consistent, stable versions. And we need to understand upgrades, migrations, differences between each of these versions. And we have different editions of SQL Server. Data Center Edition, the most ultimate powerful edition. Enterprise editions, evaluation, standard, developer, so on. In our course, we'll be having a specific lab plan. In our course, we have a specific lab plan to touch base with 3 editions, 3 versions. 3 editions and 3 versions. Yes, we need to work with at least 2 editions in general. We will be taking 3 here. Why? To understand the differences, to understand about the actual concepts and how and when to use which edition, why these kind of activities. We'll take it carefully step by step. Yes, on my screen comes the lab plan now. I'm just opening the file. Yes, on my screen here. In your computer, in our next class, very next chapter, in your computer you would be configuring 3 different servers. In your computer, 2 servers. Server 1, server 2. Why 2 servers? To work with different versions, different editions, and understanding how to perform join or linking of servers. How to perform linking of servers, say link server 1 and link server 2, something like this. We can link or associate, communicate between multiple servers. That's very important aspect. Remote queries and remote distributed transactions, part of our course. In live environments, in real world, it's very rare that we work on a single server. We always work on groups of servers. If one is down, other one should be up and running automatically. Table is very big. It has to be distributed across multiple locations in a database or multiple databases. Sometimes even in multiple databases across servers. We cannot limit ourselves to a single server all the time, right? We need multiple servers. Flexibility, data distribution, we say high availability. So keeping in mind our actual concept from the course, we have this lab plan to be implemented in the very next class to start our course. Yes. What is cloud? A virtual environment to host any type of data or environment or any apps or data. Easy, secure and faster access. And different benefits from cloud. No physical infrastructure is involved. So no physical network. So we need not worry about the wear and tear. Easy threat management and data encryptions. Nice secured implementations. And easy to manage, monitor and very easy to secure. Yes, it comes with an extra price. More security, more cost. Okay. Now, what we do as a DBA? Keeping in mind, once again, our lab plan, we have specific activities to be performed. Our course includes total of 3 different levels. First level, Core SQL DBA, 1 to 27 chapters in our course curriculum. Core DBA will be understanding routine DBA activities and emergency DBA activities. The routine DBA activities like auditing the login failures, monitoring activities, long running queries, memory issues, and Microsoft Distributed Transaction Coordinator. It's mainly for MSDTC, we require multiple servers. Distributed Transaction Coordinator service, jobs and HARD mechanisms, high availability disaster recovery mechanisms monitoring, backups monitoring, data refresh, schema refresh. We'll be understanding about index activities, fragmentation, deadlocks, health checks, memory dumps, and we'll be having server health, database health. In between memory dumps, they are relevant to each other in a proper and technical dependency order. log space temp db and suspect issues, db suspect issues. Here we'll be understanding important concepts pertaining to repairs and troubleshooting. We have XDL, extended deadlock graphs, clusters and Windows clusters, and refreshing the databases with always on monitoring, and emergency DBA activities, server down, database down, and table schema missing problems, query performance issues, slow database issues, say emergency, high priority, immediate solution required. As a DBA, we are supposed to provide immediate spot solution, resolve replication and mirroring issues, and your resource allocations and precautions, corrupted pages, partitions, indexes, various parameters for HADR troubleshooting, hot CPUs, failover clusters and always on, contained databases, log shipping activities, 1418 errors, and we'll be understanding about partial corruption errors, migrations, very important activity, resolving the replication errors and server log issues, database responsive problems, switching the database states from suspect to suspended, suspended to online, online to pause, etc., and third-party tools. 50 checklist takeaways from chapters 1 to 27, part of our SQL DBA Plan A 1,10, chapters 1 to 27. And if in case planning for Azure, much in demand, Azure SQL DBA 1, 10, 11, 1, 10 and 11. And these 1, 10, 11 includes chapters. 11 includes chapter 28 to 37 extra. Migrating databases to Azure, assessments, multi-database migrations and schema migrations, data exports, firewall configurations for network security, something called fine-tuning and DTUs, data-based transaction units. Data transaction units. We say database transaction units or data transaction units. And how do you monitor them? It's mainly for the purpose of Azure resources. Azure resources works on, or the Azure components pertaining to the database operations work on something called DTU. We'll be understanding about the DTU uses, data transaction units, sometimes referred to as database transaction units, and capacity resources, automatic tuning, of course even manual tuning called Azure Search. The automation, manual, both are equally important. Audits, elastic queries, and monitoring the DTU, troubleshooting DTU and the metrics, managing backups with point-in-time restores and backup strategies, existing database restoration, which is something special in Azure compared to regular on-premise. Audit or verify the backups, geo-replications, and testing activities with failovers, clustering, dynamic data masking, row-level security, and always on. Here we'll be taking always on in clustered Azure environment. If in case you are planning to do more to justify your experience in your resume, of course, truly optional, we have third plan, Azure Managed Instance, taking your DBA skill set to the next level. Migrating on-premise to Azure MI, SQL database migrations to Azure MI Managed Instance. It's a nice alternative for Azure SQL databases. Costly, but very fast. We'll be working with routing tables, port configuration, service credentials and authentications. And we'll be understanding about replications, different types of replications. security monitoring, configurations, and point-in-time recoveries. And we have transparent data encryptions, TDE, and work with TLS versions and keys. Next, with this information, our course includes day-wise notes, study material and certification material, interview FAQs, project work, and more importantly, project FAQs. Your interviewer may ask you what you did in the previous project, or what are the challenges you faced in the project, or what is your next step if your database is down and you are the only person in your shift, or you're the only person right now at that particular operational data center. So this kind of orientation is very much required to prepare ourselves for the actual job work. That is what we are going to learn in this course. Well, with this information, I'm always available at your reach. For your clarifications or questions, you can mail me or call me on this number. You would be able to download these notes from the description box of this email, of this video. And back to our actual concepts now. What we are going to learn? Yes, right from the basics, right from database fundamentals. Our course continues for installations and various SQL basics required for our administration activities. Different tasks and solutions for every chapter. There will be mock tests and answers. Mock tests will be submitted on email by the participant, and I shall verify and send my answers back on email. We'll be understanding about different basic concepts on SQL database environment, like schemas, temporary tables, import exports, constraints, and joins, mainly very important joins for audit activities by a DBA. We'll be taking simplified, straightforward, useful information. We'll be understanding about something called triggers, transactions, procedures, views and functions, linked servers, linking between multiple servers. Then comes various architecture concepts like server architecture, database architecture, etc. With database architecture components, we'll understand about backups, restores, jobs, scheduling the backups, jobs, multi-database backups and jobs combined together, maintenance plans and database mails, various levels of security, migrations, orphan users, and we'll be understanding about various techniques for migration activities and scenarios for security, helpful for our interviews. Then comes partitions, indexes, statistics and tuning tools with index management for query tuning activities with execution plans. Then comes log management, replications, different levels of replications and log shipping with mirroring. We'll be understanding with 3 different servers, configurations. We'll be understanding health checks, upgrades, and finally a project work. Then comes Azure. So after project work, then comes Azure environment, right from the introduction of Azure for the Plan B participants from chapter 28. Right from Azure fundamentals, Azure basics and cloud fundamentals to migration activities, different techniques for migrations, tuning activities, troubleshooting activities in Azure with backups, restores, HADR, and security management, lengthy concept, Then comes virtual machines, clusters, and configuration of Windows clusters in virtual machines and failover. We'll be understanding about Linux installation for SQL Server. We'll take Red Hat Linux in our course. Chapter 39 talks about it. We'll be understanding about Azure managed instances. In case we are going for the third level, we got managed instance. Right from the introduction, architecture to configurations and connections, various levels of differences with Azure and core SQL administration. We'll be understanding all the differences. We'll be understanding something called memory optimized tables, temporal tables in MI, managed instance, backups, restore, security configurations, and finally comes the HADR configurations in MI. This is completely a nice, interesting concept. So to make it clear and simple, 3 plans. Chapter 1 to 27, core DBA, common for everyone. You would like to mention Azure Cloud in your resume, go for plan B, my preference. If it is really required, you may upgrade later to plan C, only the difference part. We are flexible for the course upgrades. If you go for plan B, my suggestion and the reason, number 1, we stuff Azure keywords in our resume. Number 2, we can get ourselves certified. DP300 complete guidance will be provided. Only for core DBA, there is no certification now from Microsoft. We need to have Azure in our resume for certification. DP300 complete guidance part of our course. If in case you are planning to get into more concepts, more experience, then yes, you may go for plan C, Azure MI. After you complete the B, only the difference part you will take at that time. The complete curriculum available here right from chapter 1. Complete curriculum is included in the notes that you will see as a download link bottom of this video. The complete information available with all the contents and the curriculum. And we'll start from the very basics. We'll start from the very basics, completely practice oriented with lot of common errors and solutions. Interview guidance, chapter wise interview questions. Common errors and solutions, chapter wise. Project work for your resume, interviews, and sample resumes will take care of it. And different models of resumes again. So accordingly, our course continues right from the basics, and we are into box 1, 10, 11, 12. This blue box out here. With this information, we'll stop for now, and please do reach me for doubts and clarifications if any. Glad to assist you. Stop for today. Thank you very much. Thank you for your valuable time. Meet you in our actual classes. Thank you once again. And one more last thing before we leave. Either you opt for the live training, live online, or self-paced. Right now, classroom is on hold due to COVID and other reasons, right? Like social distancing, COVID and health and other reasons, because we're not pretty sure what's happening next, truly speaking. So classroom on hold right now at this moment. Yes, we are very active for live online, and even you may opt for self-paced video classes. The same curriculum, same content, same example, same mock tests, and same support from me. Okay? You can definitely opt for it. Or you can start live And if timings are not working for you correctly for some reason, you can shift to video for the remaining course. We are flexible, and vice versa. You start video, and in case not really working for you, then for the remaining part of the course, you may opt for the live training again. If in case you complete considerable portion in the videos, then remaining part would be live. If in case for the very beginning itself you say, no, I would like to shift to live, or no, I would like to shift to video, we truly understand. We are flexible. Yes, with this information, we'll stop for now, and you can always contact me for your doubts, clarifications, career guidance, anything, happily. My complete support during and even after the course, always. I love my technology. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Thank you once again.